This week you told us that you've not been able to spend enough to build the team you want here.
I just said that. was the only thing that you understood.
But I was interested in your reaction, given that since Liverpool have spent 75 million on Virgil van Dijk. Your thoughts on the market as a whole this January?
You know, I think the one to speak about it in a specific way, I think, has to be Jurgen. And if I was one of you, I would ask him about his comments about one year ago. But not speaking specifically about that case, because in Liverpool they do what they want to do, and I am nobody to comment what they do. The reality is that if they think that the player is the right player for them and they really want the player, or they pay this amount, or they don't have the player, because that's the way the market is at that time. So when we compare now the amount of money that certain managers they spend, certain clubs they spend, and we try to compare that, I'm not even saying with 10 years ago, I'm saying just with 3 years ago. And this is to compare the impossible. You cannot compare the realities. Now you are going to say Virgil van Dijk, the most expensive defender in the history of football. Was he better than Maldini, or was he better than Bergomi, or was he better than Ferdinand? You cannot say that. It's just the way the market is, and you pay or you don't pay. If you pay, obviously you pay a crazy amount of money, but if you don't pay, you don't have the player, and it's as simple as that. So no critics at all about what Liverpool did. At all. It's just the way it is.
Jose, after a couple of disappointing draws, what do you feel your side can improve on in order to have the best chance of victory on Saturday?
I think we played very well in both matches. You know, probably the frustration is big because we played so well. But I have to say, we played so well, but we made mistakes that cost us the points in both matches. I told in the press conference after the game, using a way to hide what I wanted to say when I told S goals. We conceded S goals. But we played very, very well in both matches. We played very offensive. We played in a very creative way. We gave freedom to the players. We didn't score enough goals in relation to what we create. So we were punished by not being not having great efficiency in both boxes. But we played very well in both matches.
Jose, the goals that you're conceding, people have mentioned Romelu Lukaku against Manchester City, Romelu Lukaku on Boxing Day. Is that part of the problem, or is there more to it than that, because it's unlike your teams to concede the kind of goals that you are conceding?
You know, first of all, people doesn't have to be grateful to Romelu. I have to be. Not you, not the supporters, not the pundits. I have to be. And in the other day I told 19 matches in the Premier League, 90 minutes. Now I say 20 matches in the Premier League, 90 minutes. I think for a striker, for any player, is absolutely incredible. But if you are a central defender, if you are holding midfield player, if you are in certain kind of positions where you can control a little bit more your energy, your positional play, you can resist, you can survive. But for a striker in the Premier League to play 20 matches, 90 minutes, I have to be very grateful for his personality and for his character. Is he be unlucky in our box in recent matches? He was in the picture. He was in the picture. I'm not saying was direct influence on him and just him, but he was on the picture in some of the last goals we concede. You know, but all is a consequence of a player that really needs a little rest. Always consequence of just of the moment, of the occasion. But the guy is fantastic for me and for the team, and gives absolutely everything, and I have no critics.
Can you give him a rest?
No, I can't.
Jose, it's not a situation where Zlatan could come in. Is he not ready? Can those two not play together as well? Is that a situation you can't see happening again?
Can happen, but I think to happen, they need both to be in their best moment, and they are not. One is not because the situation in his team didn't allow him to have any rest, and is giving absolutely everything in every minute, and we just managed to give him little rests in cup matches, and even so he was on the bench for emergency situations. You know, Champions League was about the same. We had to fight until the last match for qualification, and the boy is tired. He's physically a monster, but he's not a machine, and I think he's feeling it. And Zlatan is a man with an incredible injury, an injury that a 20-year-old man or 20-year-old young man would suffer. Imagine a man with 37 years old and so many miles in high-level football. So it's not easy. We did that against Burnley. We will do that in some more matches if we need to do. But I think for both of them to play together, we really need them to be at the best level.